company is IOEG Technology Screens. Just tightening up the a little bit here, or stand. One of the things I get a lot when I watch people going into setups, form sites and so forth, one of the questions a lot of people ask about, is it going to be expensive to have a home theater set up? How much money you got to call for your projector? Does it have to be 4K? And all these things, trying to figure out. And of course, more and more you see people advertising these ambient projection screens. They want to be able to know if you can use it in a fully lit environment. Can you have the lights on? Can it replace the TV? How much money am I going to have to put out in order to get this to work? So that comes up a lot. That's one of all the questions that I asked myself when I started getting into this field of home theater. One of the things I've noticed when I watch these videos of other people, I watched just about everybody because I had to get information on what I was doing and what I was getting myself into. I watch people spending a lot of money on setups just to get what they needed. So some people feel, who I talk to, it can be expensive. Hold on, let me go get my speakers because we have to run into a different output for this one. Sorry about that, grab my speakers from upstairs. So, most people will do is they'll go out and they'll buy high-end projector and they'll get a high-end expensive projector. Projection screen is going to fix it and later on to find out it doesn't. Let me get this all tangled out. Untangled, not tangled. Last thing we want. Can't stand the quietness, makes my head hurt. As fast as we can get some sound. Oh, this goes down to you. I'll be. These are presentations usually when we have people come in. This is what I set up. I like to use this projector because this projector, we don't use HDMI on this one. This one is done with our adapter piece because most people believe that you have to have HDMI in order to pick up this high res image, and technically you don't. That's made for white and gray screens. 4K, white and gray screens. Projectors with heavy amounts of colors, white and gray screens. Projectors with contrast, over saturation, way too much contrast. They are developed for white screens. White screen has a bit of a difficult time, or gray screen has a bit of a difficult time reading. Adjusting our keystone. Focus. I forgot. We got lens shift. I really keep forgetting we have this stuff on here. It's not going to be able to adjust my image and where I want it to be at. Expand my image. There we go. One of the things that black screens don't have the ability, well, I don't know about anybody else, I can't say about them because they don't do our testing, but in the projection world, they're not supposed to have the capability to be able to read white light. Of course, I think we've proven that point quite a bit, right? So we're past all that. Let me see. Now, my theory on gray screens, and I was developing gray screen for a lot of people who are actually still on YouTube right now selling. They don't read contrast at all. I don't know where this Mickey Mouse carnival ride started at, but for some reason, people out there really believe that gray screens actually read contrast. And this can get you in a buttload of trouble if someone decides to challenge you in a courtroom. Look at them leaving the room. We know why. These are people who support gray screens, and they just refuse to believe that at the end of the day, that their screen can't pick up a contrast level. Now, because of this costs the consumer a lot of money because they're going to direct you to buy a high-end expensive projector to fix their problem. Our projector here cost me $50. That's it. We're not using HMI on it. We're using a VG HMI. And I actually advise customers to buy these projectors. We don't advise them to buy $3,000 and $4,000 machines because it's not necessary. That's only needed for screens that don't work. That's why I had to use those. See how sharp my image is? Look at the table. So this technology picks up a white level literally so high that it reflects off a table. The 250-inch screen and much larger screens, there's 250-inch, 180, dual 150s, could generate a white level literally so high that it could turn the grass in front of it almost white itself. That's how high powered our white levels are. And we have the only test demonstrations that no one else will dare to do, meaning that we have done the most black on black demonstrations. These are demonstrations proving that our technology won't match any black paint, fabrics, plastics, clothing, fabrics, whatever. Other screens don't carry that. So as a consumer, you run the risk of buying something that you literally could have went to a Home Depot, Lowe's, or Benjamin Moore, and you could have done it for far, far less. We've had some people actually match in live streams. It's shocking. People paid money for this, thinking it was going to do all these things. Oh, look, there's a white level right there. But anyway, as I said before, our technology isn't having its issues. One of the things I'm pushing for batch number verification, which is going to be a definite must before you can sell any products anywhere, because products should be tested, especially screen paint, because again, consumer needs to know if they are getting a product that is special or a product that you can literally slide off a shelf at Martha stores and do it yourself. That's why those tests are important. Top of that, there are a lot of tests missing. I'm not seeing on accounts. We don't see any certified tests. Certified screens. Why are we not testing in certified screens? I read through somebody's specification where they said just as good as a certified screen. Can't say it if you didn't do the test. You can get sued for that, by the way, because if they find it and they see it and they go, oh, okay, this is what we're doing, they'll get you a cease and desist order to back it down, or they'll take you to court. You got to prove it. So, and all of this, the customer is the one that gets ripped off. Through all the line on specification sheets, the customer is the one that gets robbed. And the customer is the one that's spending more money. They got to darken their environments. They got to change out things in their environment. They got to spend money for more expensive projectors to fix the issue. I see them all over the forum site, asking about this, asking about that. How do we go about calibrating all this madness? By the way, we've never calibrated a projector ever. In 15 years, we've never, ever calibrated one machine. It's quite a record, right? Yeah. This is Taco's Fire Stick, as you can see. Nothing but cartoons. My cat's Fire Stick. Watch this TV. Let me see. OLED demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now, this is the sad thing about it. I call it the Matrix effect. Now, the Matrix, everybody thought they're living in this outside world and everybody's doing their own thing. But in the real Matrix, everybody's sitting in an incubator eating baby food because this world is not real. That's how I see how the projection industry is. All those fake screens that are telling you that you're reading 100% contrast and you're not even coming close to picking it up. And to make you fool you into thinking that, hey, look, if you buy this projector, the inkier the contrast on the projector, the better chance you have of being able to see a better contrast level. But yet you're in the dark on a screen that's claiming to be ambient light projection. One of those got to give, you know that, right? You can't advise the customer to spend $1,500 for an ambient light projection physical screen, and they have to be in the dark, he or she, because the screen can't see. Ooh, what's this one right here? Oh, I'm definitely taking this one.
This is Tim. This holiday is
This is how your screen should be reacting.
Now, Google Search can help you plan your plan.
All that calibrating nonsense, bullcrap. Stuck in dark environments, bullcrap.
When everyone wants a piece of you.
Spending money for expensive projectors, bullcrap. You don't need to. The reason why they advise you to do so, because your screens don't work. If not, I would see a lot of demonstrations just like mine on YouTube, and I don't. Nope. No, we don't. Now, you see this demonstration, gray and white screen? Look at it very carefully. Do you see that 100% black in the background? You see the bright, vivid colors pushing through? That's what you're supposed to be to do. If I have to darken my environment to accommodate your screen and spend more money, because it's costing consumers a lot of money to use your stuff, I'm not saving much. And by the way, this is a 720p projector. We've had customer demonstrations that are literally so beautiful that people have actually thought it was AI or CGI. No, they're real, very, very real. Because they're not used to seeing that. They're not used to seeing a screen operate just like this. They're used to seeing the washed out tannish discoloration, dark environment. That's what they're used to seeing. Matrix effect. Now, you see in the thumbnail, that woman sitting there, all that money? This is what consumers pay at the end of the day. Because they have to figure out exactly how to get that to work. And for those who have ultra short throw, we know you spent a lot of money for your projector. The object of the ultra short throw, why'd you buy it? You bought it because you got a TV-like experience. The projector doesn't sit behind you. It sits right up on top of the screen because your TV-like display, right? But TVs can produce 100% contrast, perfect color balance, but you can't. And TVs can operate in fully lit environments, but you can't. So there's something wrong there. Now, people say our screen paint's expensive. Let's see, roughly 235.1, we have scissors at 119 inches. If I was a customer, that would have cost me roughly around $257. Where that technology can take out a $7,000 projection screen. It can produce a contrast level that a $7,000 projection screen won't be able to push off. Even at $3,000, you're talking about 7,000, 3,000, 5,000. Those aren't 235.1s. Those are 100 inches. A 235.1 like the one I got upstairs, dual, would cost you over $7,000. At 120 inches? Oh yeah, definitely, way over that point. So yeah, that's a very expensive setup. 235.1 anywhere you go at screen size is expensive. But me, it cost me $60. It cost me $60, so I just buy some panels. If I paid the money for the product, that would cost me roughly around $317. Then my projector, since I don't need all these high-powered projectors to get the screen to work, I can buy the cheapest one on the market. I paid $130 for my projector. Like this one, I don't have to worry about contrast. I don't have to worry about color capabilities. I don't have to worry about 4K or 1080p. Heck, I don't even need an HDMI port if I don't want it. And I pick up that. So it costs the consumer more money when you deal with a $60 grade paint that you don't know 100% whether or not you could have went to Home Depot and did it at a gallon for cheaper. And you're not picking up contrast off of it. That's not going to happen. You won't operate it in a fully lit environment. Not going to happen. and your colors are going to be so washed out, it's going to be pitiful. Because it doesn't pick up multi-layers. It doesn't pick up the dark levels in color, which is required in order for you to operate a projector. It just picks up a flat color. That's why you have never, ever seen a gray screen in history ever do a dark color pattern in a fully lit environment. They can't do it. Now, they're copied in the day as well. You know, projection setups were meant to be used in ambient light controlled environments. So this is the best way to optimize your viewing pleasure. That's what they tell you. AKA, my screen can't see. If you want the best image ever, you want to calibrate those colors. AKA, I can't read colors correctly. And again, with the whole dark environment, because your contrast can't read either. So my customers do things on their setups, their testimonies. They can do things that people who sell screen paint today can't do. My customers' demonstrations are more superior than the old demonstrations. Look at the screen. Look at that. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? So my customers are outside. They really test their stuff at the end of the day. They're outside playing around in fully lit environments, in windows, all that stuff. And meanwhile, you got these all other setups. They're sitting in these dark environments, afraid to go near a window. I like that commercial right there, but I want to get this one right here. This is a really nice one. Oh, look at the white levels. I love Christmas. You know why? They show a lot of white levels. I love showing these white levels. Yeah, that's what my customers get. So this is a technology we developed called the ILEG, Infusion Light Energy Gain, and this is the Ultimate Apex Gamer Complete. It is one of the most beautiful screen paints we have ever developed. It has gaming capabilities, of course, that's why the colors are so rich. You don't have to worry about any calibrating nonsense with that. It reads a 100% infinity contrast. My projector only has 2001, just to let you know. We have it turned off because we don't need it. It picks up outstanding white levels, because if it couldn't, you wouldn't be able to see that right now. Isn't it interesting how I just said it picks up outstanding white levels and I just switched over? Tell me, God, it's not amazing. But anyway, as I said before, and on top of that, our technology is guaranteed. How many screen paints out there and projection screens can give you a batch number? I can't do it. Wow, that is absolutely incredible. Now, my surface here is painted on some plastic boards. Some plastic boards you get for basically for kids for drawing on, stuff like that, and turn them into chalkboards. That right there is coated with that. It's a one-coat application, no complicated instructions. No one wants to deal with that nonsense. If the person's painting the screen is passing over the screen multiple times, this tells you that it doesn't work. There's problems with it. Drying time, crazy instructions, all that nonsense. Here's the thing. When you're watching a paint and dry demonstration, never ever they're supposed to edit the drying time. They're supposed to put that camera in front of it with the fan, and you're supposed to watch that screen dry right on camera. We've got dozens of those called paint and dry demonstrations. Paint, dry, and display. That's what you should be seeing in a demonstration. Because anything can happen. If they do editing, I've seen screens change color in editing. Like somebody repainted it off camera and said, hey, it dried this way. We've seen that dozens of times. On top of that, if they're not displaying it, that means anything could have changed in between the time. That's why we'd rather display the screen at the same time we're painting it and drying. We're painting it, drying it, and displaying it. You should see that all in one hit, no editing. If they're editing so they don't have enough time, that's bullcrap. Because something's going wrong in between that time. And you'll get home and you'll figure out for yourself what they were hiding. Ultra short throw compatible. Now, we had screen paints up there claiming to be black, but they weren't. They came out gray. And they weren't even ultra short throw compatible. How are you not ultra short throw compatible? It's not a complicated projector to be able to produce an image on. The projector sits right on top of the screen. See what I mean? And you can't run on that. So for the people who are trying to save money, they'll go out and buy an ultra short throw projector, but then find out the paint doesn't work with ultra short throw projectors. I noticed that screens that are black, people have a really rough time trying to pick up ultra short throws on those screens. So mostly, actually, they'll have a screen that says it's ultra short throw compatible, and that screen will be gray. Because a narrow viewing cone effect, they have a problem with it. We know certifieds do this all the time. Certifieds will have a dark gray screen. It'll be for long throw. When it comes to the ultra short throw version, it's a little lighter. Isn't that beautiful right there? Oh, there's a lot of stuff I learned. This is why we know this stuff, because we do testing. That's why. So my consumers, my customers at the end of the day, they don't pay a lot of money. They don't spend $3,000 for a projector. Oh heck no. No $3,000 for a projector. If you did spend $3,000 for a projector, well, at least on the bright side, you're getting exactly what you paid for. You're not getting half a machine, because that's literally what you're gonna get from a gray screen or white screen. Now, I say this in all my video demonstrations all the time. If anyone feels at the end of the day that any demonstrations we do are completely false, sign my contract and see us in court. The ante's been up. It's no longer $1 million, it's now $2 million. So if you feel anytime that all this is fake and none of this is real, sign, see you in court. That's it. That's what you got to do. And please do us a favor. Don't go to your YouTube channel and cry. It's embarrassing. Sign, see us in court. That's all you got to do. All right, moving on. I already said it in all my video demonstrations. We have people who cry a lot, so that's why we put it out there. Boy, that is some beautiful scenery right there. Look at that. I like that. Some beautiful scenery. Let's get something else. I mean, we can go anywhere we want. We have this technology. You don't have to worry about, something pops up with contrast and our screen turns gray on us. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have those issues. Our screen's actually black. Ooh, that's pretty cool.
You should see me.
I was today years old when I learned Mars and Shiva are pioneers in reef
Yeah,
restoration.
but if it was that
Mars
easy.
makes Shiva.
If it was that easy. You just press on sample and your room just poof changes. There's the hamburger. Now I've seen people do these demonstrations in complete darkness on $3,500 machines. They can't read that in a fully lit environment. Of course, contrast will wash out. It's black and everything. I talk to customers all the time, and I get the same complaint from every single one of these customers all the time. I bought a gray screen to upgrade from the white screen. I'm getting the same problem. Some contrast is not coming out. Colors are washed out. I can't use them in the fully lit environment. It's just a poor image. White screens, even worse. But the thing about the white screen is that you expect the white screen to be bad because it's a white screen. The reason why you bought the gray screen was to upgrade the white screen, and the problem is you're just not getting the upgrade. Look at this sizzle on the hamburger. You see the individual sesame seeds. This is interesting for a technology that was claimed to be so dark you couldn't see it. No, I'd add this real quick though. Some people are going to court. They made some very nasty statements about our product, saying that our screen was too dark in their demonstrations. But the question is, did you have our product or did you have black paint? I think they have black paint, but we'll figure it out when we get there. Till then, the consumer needs to know all about our product, and that's why we've been blasting our technology everywhere, because they need to know at the end of the day that they don't have to be trapped in dark environments in order to get their picture to maintain. They can receive 100% contrast regardless of their projector capability. There's no calibrating, none of that nonsense. McDonald's should do their commercials like this. I'm gonna do. I'm not sure. Oh. 4K Snow Cottage.
Getting that from YouTube.
We'll get a couple of them here. Take this one.
Coach presents.
No, too long. Way too long. Here we come. There's our white levels. We show them off all the time. We're proud of our white levels. I love them. One of the things I don't see in these demonstrations with other screens, where's your contrast levels? I've never seen those contrast levels. Every single time they talk about contrast, the lights go out. Why do the lights go out? Is that like a glitch with your projector? it's like, I don't know, you got wired to your lights or something, some kind of fire stick reaction or whatever it is, that the minute that contrast pops on, its lights just disappear. Why is that? Now, in our technology, we don't make claim that we go 100% white level. That's virtually impossible because of the sacrifice field. But we still have to show in demonstrations and testing that we're pulling a high enough white levels that our colors can maintain these beautiful bright colors. That's the whole purpose of that test demonstration I talked about when your projector sits back 16 feet in a maxed out environment, and you have to be to read the white screen versus white. It's a white level white test. So you have to read white levels while you have a white surface next to you. And you have to do it on a low entry level projector with very low lumens to do it. Now, if I can read in an environment that's maxed out, readers can't read, and I can pick up a white level that can't turn my screen unwatchable, then I have an amazing product. And I have done that. I've actually took gray screens and white screens and laid against that screen, and either one of them can turn that screen dark. Now, I do expect the white screen to pick up a little higher because it is white, but it's not going to make my screen unwatchable. Virtually impossible. So we can actually say that in our demonstrations, and we pick up a very high white level. But gray screens, you do lie. You do tell people in the day you read black, and you don't read black at all. So if I take any one of your screens, and I go out and I put all these lights on we have here, and I pull a star field, you tell me you're going to read that? And then you convince the customers to spend money for a very expensive projector that it's just not going to work. If it did work, they wouldn't be contacting me. Oh, look at that right there.
Bar hopping
Oh, I
tonight?
like this one right here. This is really
Get
bright.
a free ride with your buddies. Just use code FIRST.
Look at this. Now, you'll have someone say that, well, hey, his projector settings are high. Be careful, that's a very heavy lawsuit. We catch you on that one. It's very brutal. You don't want to get caught with those. Let's show you what our settings are. Ugh. All my projectors sit in eco mode. That's why you don't hear them. All right, let's go pop over to our projector. Now, Chrissy projectors, people ask me this all the time about the Chrissy projectors that we use in our video demonstrations sometimes. What is the eco mode? Eco mode on a Chrissy is whisper. You see my brightness? My brightness is 6. See my contrast? 6. So my projector is under factory settings. That's a venue at the end of the day. A venue's brightness can go anywhere up to 100 easily. It's a venue projector used for commercial setups. That's why they have such high levels on them. So we did catch someone making that statement, McAfee, and a video claiming that the reason why our white level is so high that we use high-powered projectors. Ooh, that's not going to work when we go in with the Pico projector. That's not going to go well. But anyway, yeah, the reason why they make these statements is because they can't explain our technology. They tried to get their heads around, even try to make a product equal to our technology, and it all failed. I can't express this enough that our technology is engineered by God. So with that being said, that's the reason why none of our screens can be beaten. Not one. I haven't seen anybody take our screens yet. On top of that's why the consumer doesn't spend a ton of money. At the end of the day, where you guys have to push high-end projectors to get your stuff to work, we don't do all that stuff. We have to be trapped in dark environments and none of that nonsense. And as I said before, my projector doesn't even run HDMI. HDMI is on that side. That's VGA to HDMI. So that shows you right there that I can get a crisp, sharp image without even using HDMI, because that screen is contrast itself is black. So, do we need high power projectors to boost our white levels? Nah. But I gotta warn you on this one. If we catch your video making this statement, trying to slander my business, and we take it to court on this, this is a very expensive lawsuit, just so you know. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure that's clear. I'll put those out there because we have people who have done this stuff before, you know, make these accusations, and now their channels are being hunted. Let me see. Let's go from here. Oh, no. I want to see that level. I want to see that. I want to see that house right there.
Marshall's buyers travel far and wide to hustle the best deals on amazing
I understand. Well, no, I'm not that type of person, but I don't get that at all, period. My thing is today, if something's better than mine, I work harder to make a better product. Like Black Diamond, when we first tested their stuff against our gray paints, and they destroyed all our paints, I didn't spend 10 years talking trash about their products. I went out and made a product that was better than theirs. That's what I did. I worked for it. Man, I went out and said something about their screen and said, hey, their screen's fake, phony, it doesn't work. Nothing. They would have sued the daylights out of me. And we don't do that type of stuff. Over here, we believe in working for what we want. Not getting mad, angry because you can't figure out how our products work, to just turn around and make the accusations you can't back off. We can give them permission to make our products, and they still fail. Wow, look at those white levels. I like this video. I'm definitely going to do this for a promo tomorrow. Heck, I'm going to do it for a promo now when I get up this video. This is the best demonstration I've seen from walking through snow. Look at the white levels. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at them. That would be me right there. I would never be inside. Oh, that's a good slope too, especially if you're a beginner on top of that. That's why they got kids on it. Learning skiing and everything. Now, don't get on those right there. They ain't the one. I like those. Those are covered up. The ones they got where your legs are swinging back and forth, we do not do those. Oh, wow. That is beautiful. I bet you every extreme snowboarder is probably looking at their roof like, I am so jumping off one of those. These are people like cold. I like cold. I love cold. I'm stuck on this. Excuse me. I love this. This is beautiful. I'm always looking for really good high white level videos to show off our technology's heightened capability. And man, this video is absolutely perfect. Now, why can't we see green screens do this but with contrast? How come you guys know? We see a whole solar system or a meteor field or something. I don't never show us that. Isn't that interesting? I like that video. That's very nice. Oh, that's when we saw it. I saw that. I was like, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. I know someone had to nail that rail. Who snowboards? They had to nail that. Who wouldn't? That's an easy jump to someone's roof, which you shouldn't do. But anyway, still. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. That's a great screen up there right now. Just put up there. I'm curious if it would turn our screen so unwatchable. Now, just to add real quick. See this table right here? See these chairs? This is what courtrooms look like. I've been to dozens of these things for taking people to court. This is exactly what it looks like. See how the screen's set up? This is exactly what you will see when you walk into a courtroom. We'll be on this side. You and your lawyer will be on this side. It'll be my lawyer on this side. You'll be on that side. I'll be here. I'll be here. We're looking right at each other. And we'll be showing your video, probably most likely on the wall over here or over here, so we can all see it. And your video showed my screen coming up really, really dark. So dark you can't even see nothing at all, period. And you, on your camera, said that this is Kenneth Bird's product. And you named the paint. And you said that don't buy his product. It's a scam. So in this room right here, is they're going to pay me a lot of money. So get ready. It's going to look just like this. I guarantee you. So if we're not going to have this, I feel we should bring in the 300 lumen projector. I like to use those. They're portable and easy to carry. But this is how it's going to look. Just want to give a mental note to people that we have lawsuits coming up in the beginning of the new year. I want to look you right in your face when you watch that video. And my lawyer will be watching your lawyer at the same time. Judge will be sitting on the other end, or arbitrator. Woo, look at that roof right there. I'm gonna make a mistake and go through a sunroof. I would do my own place. My place, I would just reinforce the roof, and again, probably other people would be jumping on it too. Look at that rail right there. I know somebody had to try to hit that rail. Man, that is a snowboarder's paradise in there. Man, that's beautiful. We live in a fantastic place. You gotta be a person that likes snow to live in such a place. You have to be. Gotta be a person who loves snow. That's some white paper. Let's take the white paper and turn myself on watching what I'm always curious about. We always do these tests on white paper, so we do expect the white screen to have a higher white level. It's supposed to, it's a white screen. But I'm curious if it will turn our screen unwatchable. This is the point where your attorney's going to put his head down. You're going to put your head down too also, probably sooner than his. He's more professional in the field. Keep in mind, before we hit this point, there are no deals at all. Period. Everything is required. We do maximum everything. So, get ready. As for our customers, well, you know, as you can see, we can back our products up anywhere we want. We can back them up. As for those who make statements you should have made, well, it is what it is. It's not going to be a very happy day for you there. Ooh. Let's see, I wonder what this video is called in the day. Well, I said cottage, right? Snow Cottage 4K. So I should be able to bring that up. Let me get my phone. I want a picture of that. I'm definitely coming back to that right there. I want to check out something real quick. Let me see. Picture of that. Because my Fire Stick doesn't have a YouTube that's activated on it because it's Taco's Fire Stick. He's upstairs. I'm like, where's my freaking Fire Stick? I'll bring it back up and watch the monitor for right now. Let me see. Oh, he's in Switzerland. That would explain so much. Lucky Joker. That's beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful out there. That's incredible. And I talked about one time I moved in Switzerland. That's incredible. You'll never catch me inside. Where you going out snowboarding? Where you going out skiing? Where you going out horseback riding? We always out there running around. That is gorgeous. Ain't driving a freaking regular. Ain't driving any kind of car up there. All those are trucks. Everybody got to be driving some kind of 4x4 all-terrain vehicle up there. You have to. There's no way in the world you're driving a car up there. It's virtually impossible. Let me see. Well, they're in the outskirts. And the outskirts is going to have look towards snow. They're in the city, but in the city area, you can see you can drive cars there. But not now. Not where he's at. Let me see. Yeah, unfortunately, we do have to take some people to court because they said some very nasty things about our products. And if you have never been in arbitration before, I've been in arbitration before, this is what it looks like. Same thing as the law office that's in the day. And usually the judges in there and they have a back and forth, the media's on it, stuff like that. And that's all. Pretty easy. So let me see. So you're just going to have to back that up, what we have in our video. And if you can't do that, then whatever we're asking for from the courts, they're just going to give it to us. So that's how that one goes. As for consumers, well, they'll get a chance to read a lot about. We're going to be taking a lot of people to court, so they're going to get a chance to read. We got a website we're building for consumers to come in and read what happens in those courtrooms. You know, all this was done out of fear for our products, because our products were doing things that they couldn't explain. And like I said, we've given them permission to make the products, which we're going to use against you in court, because you made statements that our products were fake, but yet you couldn't make them. with none of the tests, nothing whatsoever. So with that being said, yeah, we've given you permission to see if you can do it. You can't do it. I don't even know how you would make a black technology or anything close to it if you can't even make ours. Let me see. So yeah, there's a bunch of people going to court for that. I doubt they're going to have the money to pay us, but they still got to go to court. I like that right there. I'm definitely keeping that. Ooh, let's go with red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Isn't that interesting that our technology being black reads a higher white level? People, some person was going around trying to fool people, making them think that the lighter the screen, the better the colors. You don't know Jack. Blue screen. This is why you have to calibrate.
Getting that from YouTube.
Because they can't read color. So which one? No ads. We'll do with no ads right here. See? Doesn't pick up. Only our technology can read color. Green screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
I love doing these. Now we got light green right here, right? But let's switch over to dark green. Dark green screen. If I didn't twist her up on that one.
Getting that from YouTube.
Yeah, you seem to fight me on that one a little bit. There we go. There's dark green. So this is what I mean by what's the point of having 1.7 billion colors in your projector if you can't read the darker colors, because the darker colors are part of everything. Like colors, darker colors, they're all a part of it.
The problem isn't your machine. It's likely your detergent. I recommend switching to Cascade.
Cascade.
We've partnered with Michaels to create our dream holiday spaces. Whatever your vibe is, Michaels is the place to get inspired and make the season.
But I ain't joking too. The other right next to Michaels, and Michaels got everything you can possibly think of to build just about anything you want. Anyway, as you can see, there's dark levels. So, I mean, we're going to talk about this more. I don't see a lot of these demonstrations on gray and white screens. I don't see you showing a lot of those dark level, colors. You kind of lean toward those lighter colors. You do know that, just showing a forest, the forest is going to have all shades of green in there. We got some dark, we got some purple over here. Let's see if the white's going to read that one. Nope, not going to happen. Not a chance, not a snowball chance, and not a snowball chance. All right, this is an interesting one. So we know white screens don't read. Let's get a gray screen up here. The gray screen's behind that one. All right, so we'll take this out. Gray screen right there. Go. Gray screen is not even reading my menu. Now, gray screen claims that it can make our screen unwatchable, right? Mind you, before I hit the trigger, I'm just going to look at you and just go, you know what's about to happen, right? So let's go with some dark purple. Nah, you don't see that either. Nah, let's see over here. Got another color here. Got some neon in here. You don't pick that up either. See how washed out the color looks? You pick up the same gray every single time. This is what I'm talking about the consumer. This is going to cost you more money because you're going to have to calibrate. That's pure black. You know what's going to happen on that one, right? You don't even pick that up at all, period. And let's keep going. Let's go. Oh, we got some. This is purple blood red. We're going to have that anyway in there. No, can't read that either. That's not going to happen. Now, like I said, if you feel that this complete demonstration is false, sign the contract. Or I take your company to court or business to court or YouTube channel to court. Either way, it doesn't make a difference to us. And you back up that you're actually, whatever you're advertising or displaying with our name in it, that it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Don't keep in mind, we have people thinking at the end of the day, if they have a company, we'll take a YouTube channel to court. You made the statement, right? Okay, then there you go. Let me see. Gray screen's not giving me what I want. And this is the sad thing about it is because customers will think they're getting an upgrade and they're not getting an upgrade. Screen's not working. Let me see. It's Starfield. Let's do Starfield. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from
Now,
YouTube.
y'all make these claims that y'all see black levels, right? You don't even come close to that. So what are you selling to customers? Especially if I see these ambient light projection screens. We got Vivistorm coming through. Now, Vivistorm has gray screens. They do, a lot of gray screens in there. And their screens are not cheap. They're a little expensive. And then consider the fact that they keep saying black levels, black levels, black levels, black levels, black levels. Are you really reading that? As for gray screens, this is what you read. Now, some people may sit there and say at the end of the day, well, hey, my screen's different. No, your screen's gray. It's no way. It's nay. It's not going to work. So you mean to tell me that you're telling me that your gray screen picks up that black level compared to any other gray screen? Then how come we don't see any demonstrations on this? And the problem is that consumers are getting caught in this mess, and they're ending up with that gray screen in the middle. "4K Snow Cottage screensaver."
Getting that from YouTube.
Some of you got some very big problems coming your way. You made some statements you shouldn't have made. Very big problems. And I know you're probably going to your YouTube channel and delete it. It's too late. We've been had those videos a long time ago. I'll see you in Philadelphia. I'm sorry. It's going to be Philly? No, we're going to be doing Allentown. We'll see you in Allentown. Now, for some of you, I do plan to invite your attorneys over to see our screen. I want them to show them and save them the embarrassment they're going to go through in court when we get in there, because it's going to be embarrassing for them. And lawyers do not like to lose. They don't. They can't stand losing. And when they see this, I guarantee you 100% as the nose sits on your face, you're going to drop your case. Any attorney you get to help you, we will make sure we invite them over. Now, does that sound like a person who has something to hide? And as for the consumer, well, you're getting ripped off. These products don't work. Oh, look at that. We got all these white levels on here. Boom, let's get one over here. Snow bears. Hey, look at the commercial. I thought you guys were supposed to turn your stuff unwatchable. I'm going to do this to you in the courtroom, right? I'm going to go, but these are supposed to come out unwatchable. What happened? What's going on?
Bag at coachoutlet.com.
Maybe it's because we have special abilities. We got special abilities. Let's just check that too.
Cheap afternoon flight.
It won't embarrass you in court pretty bad. Mind you, everything that I say, everything I do goes on record. So I'm going to have a field day in there. And as for the consumer, well, you have to sit there and stare at that big pile of money trying to figure out, good gracious, is it going to cost me this much money? Yeah, because gray and white screen is going to cost you a lot of money. They're trying to, white screens automatically don't do what they're supposed to do. We already know that from the door. It's a budget screen. But the gray screen is the one that lies and says at the end of the day that it can improve and give you that high quality image without spending $7,000 or $3,000 for high grade projection screens. And you can't do that. Because I've seen what certified screens can do, and you don't come anywhere close to it. But that's what you guarantee the customers. And then you stick it in this dark environment, and you go, look how amazing the colors and contrast looks, and get a high-powered 4K projector to try to up the resolution and all that stuff on it. Look how amazing the image looks. You lie, lie, lie. Yet every single demonstrations, even with influencers, I see the same nonsense. Turn out the lights, turn out the lights, turn out the lights. And in the meanwhile, why everybody's made their money, the consumer is the one that gets ripped off. The consumer is the one that has to go from forum site to forum site to forum site to figure out what they spent and how come they're not getting what they paid for. And the sad thing about it, those who did spend the money for a high-end projector to get a better image, you're not even anywhere near close to what that machine is designed to do. Not even close to it. You've gotten a matrix effect. Cinema bars are supposed to be in black, not gray. I see that so many times when people try to do movies and cinema bars come up gray, like, what are we doing? You do know they're not supposed to be. I saw that Batman demonstration on that roof with that customer. Oh, that screen was so washed out. You couldn't even make out what was going on in the picture. And he had a nerve to say, it's an excellent looking image. Just because you can see it doesn't mean it's going to work. The screen has to look exactly the same way as it does if you had the lights out. And one of the most biggest failures I've seen in screens is when someone will have a screen in a fully lit environment and the image will be so washed out, colors are discolored, it looks horrible. And they'll go, oh, look at this amazing image. Really? You call that amazing? If you call that amazing, you don't know what you're doing. That image is never supposed to look like that. That's horrible. And the reason why they chalk it up as a win is because you can still see some of the image. Because you can see some of the image, they call that a win-win. But yet your cell phone looks better than that. Oh, my goodness gracious. Now, one of the tricks consumers you gotta be careful about when they say our product is TV worthy. If the TV is sitting in the same environment as the projector, that's a fail from the door. It's the other way around. The projection screen is supposed to be in the environment with the TV. And you're supposed to show off contrast levels next to it, white levels next to it, color patterns, which you have not done in your demonstrations at all. We can challenge you in court on that one too. If you made a statement that you said your product works like a TV, we'll challenge you on it because we can do it. There's a number of things. We can go through a specification sheet. I guarantee you I can find 30 things in your specification sheet that we can challenge you in court on. I guarantee you. One of the biggest ones we can get you on, your test. You have to show your product was tested before you ever sold it. So we can match whatever you said in your specification sheet to what we see on your YouTube channel looking for those particular tests. And if they're not there, you're in trouble. I explained to this to you before about this whole consumer fraud thing. You have to, whatever you put on your site to sell, you have to make sure that you can back up what you're saying. If you can't back up what you're saying on your site, this could lead to lawsuits.
With less burning, itching,
In some places, jail time.
moderate to severe
And on top of that,
psoriasis.
again, consumer should not have to worry about getting ripped off, he or she. They should get exactly what they paid for. Any church that a gray screen tells you that it's going to work, a gray screen's not going to work on yours at a church at all, period. You know why? Because the text in the Bible is black, not gray. It's red, yes, but it's not gray. It's black. So how are you going to read black text on a screen that's gray that can't read black? That's why they advise you get such high resolution projectors to sharpen the image better so you can see the image much better, because it becomes distorted because the image can't read actual black, it reads gray. I know all that stuff. I know all your little tricks. I know I've had churches contact me about the screens not pulling up and not showing. There you go. And the reason why a lot of these churches have white screens, the more ones that are budget have white screens, the more expensive high-end mega churches have the LED monitors in there. That's what they have, which are super crazy expensive. But for the other churches, they have to have white screens in there. And I guarantee whoever sold them that white screen, I bet you $100 there's a high-powered projector right over top of it. Because they told them another lie. They said, hey, look, we buy this high-end projector, it's going to give you everything your screen can't see. We have a promo demonstration of someone who actually went through that. We fixed the problem for them. So, with my white levels here, I'm curious, gray screen. Where is my screen supposed to go dark? Now, keep in mind, it's a pretty hefty lawsuit if you mess up on that one. And I got 60 already in the account, all ready to go. Because some other people making some statements they should have made. Look at them leaving the room because they're scared. You're leaving the room because you're scared right now, I guarantee you. Heart's pounding probably at 100 miles an hour. You know you made the video. You know you can't back up in court what you said. You know what's going to happen to you. Consequences of like, ooh, what's this right here? Is that a fairy tale cottage? Are we building cottages? We do build cottages. Gotta check this out. Oh, give it to me. I want to see it. Where's it at? Oh, it just a slow start up.
Coach presents.
Oh, man, we're not going to do 20 minutes of that. I want to see that. MSR Weekly. Oh, man. This is great research for building. We're going to build a village. We're definitely building a village. We've got to build a village. Yeah, what you working on one project? We can do all at the same time. That's what we do. We do multiple projects at the same time. Ooh, wait a minute. This will be perfect. We can build a mini village. We actually built a mini one already. But we can build a mini village, and we can put that technology up there, and we can put fairies on the screen. And butterflies, anything you want. Because that's what ad tech does. Oh, man. We got to work on one. I'm building one right after this video. I got to do promos real quick. But I like this one right here. All right, what's this one called? I'm playing this one when I'm upstairs. Let me see what this is called. It's a perfect research video for doing our village. Now we got to build a village, a miniature village. I want to build a miniature tiny village. Let's see. Perfect. Challenge accepted. We're going to build that. Not exactly like that, but I mean, I want to like that. And I can put the screen up and show all these berries moving in the background. Oh, heck yeah. We can test that new hologram technology on that. That would be sick. Oh, definitely challenge accepted. This is going to be fun. All right, let me see. We can make the fish in Lake Rio too on top of that with koi fish and all that stuff because of the ad tech technology. Yeah. Oh, I know exactly what surface I want to use too when I do it. We got to do some experimenting first. We'll take one of the screens, we'll do an experiment, and see if we can get a lake to activate underneath that baby. Okay. Projects is ticking off in my head right now as I'm doing this. This usually happens all day. I have multiple projects working in my head. I'm actually building something here and researching something here, all in my head. But that's insanity, Mr. Bird. Who can do that? A lot of people can do that. It's called multitasking. People do it every freaking day, especially mothers. Let me see. Boom! Oh, let's go back up again. Boom! Come on, man. Give me my boom. Boom.
This holiday.
Not that boom. What boom?
Black Friday deals are on at Airbase and Lomax Carpet and Tile Marks. Get a 15 by 20 room of carpet installed.
Now, wrap it up. Does it cost the consumer a lot of money when they deal with our products? No. Do our products work 100%? Yes. And again, anyone who wants to challenge that, sign, see you in court. Other than that, stop the crying, please. It's embarrassing. Let's see. Do you spend money for expensive projectors? Heck no. See my projector right here? This is a Christie LW400. I advise customers to buy these things all the time. Projector's really cheap. You can get it for like $70. One customer got it for $70. I got mine for $50. It's got lens shift capabilities. It's 4,000 lumens if you need it, but chances are you do not use it. We don't use it. See how quiet my projector is? Listen. There you go. So my projector in eco mode runs at 2,500 lumens. That's what it's running right now. Pretty much, man, these things are absolutely fantastic. Got a nice little handle on the side. We can tilt up and get portrait mode out of it because we do portrait mode all the time on these things. As a matter of fact, I can do a portrait mode setup tomorrow. Yeah, so other than that, and the lamps are cheap because a lot of people asking about the lamps. So the lamps are expensive, no, the lamps are very cheap. These lamps for like $40, $50. They're really, really cheap in a day. So fantastic. And on top of that, if the HDMI port doesn't work, ours does, but for some reason ours doesn't connect signals with the this one doesn't. I don't know why. I had a problem when I got this one with the signal. Something going on with the HDMI, but it only activates with that with the Fire Stick. So I got the Fire Stick running through my adapter, and as you can see, it looks absolutely fantastic. Kaboom! Kaboom! Huh? What is going on over here? It's a dark scene. Sorry, gray screen. I tried to invite you to the party, but your invitation was turned down. Can't be in this video. Sorry. The other way you destroy my video, I can get you out of the way. It don't work. There you go. That's better. I'm really confused here watching this video. Is that a window or are we outside on a balcony? Because it kind of looks like you're on a balcony. I think that would be a bad idea since in that area you probably do have wolves. Or maybe it's window there. Maybe I don't even know. I overanalyze everything. I look at something, I just analyze the entire thing. Were they related to put the fireplace there? I mean, that's got to be heat-tempered glass. That's the only way that fireplace could be there. That glass would shatter. See, now there is. I would just break everything down, just figure out how it works and all that stuff like that. I sat there and watched a half an hour on a floating loft, and I'm just sitting like, how the frick would you get a loft to float in the air like that? Like, what would be required for it? Like, could you do it by solar? Solar would be issues from there, how to break it down, what kind of batteries you would use, how long would the solar last. At nighttime, you really be to keep it charged, and then you got into basically the next stage after that would definitely have to be somewhere nuclear powered energy. And that's where I found about nuclear fusion would actually be the perfect thing. But nuclear fusion is in testing, but it's not available yet. I found something new. See, just by one little video. On top of it, look at our beautiful white levels here. Got the beautiful snow in the background. This is one of the things I want to show up on the black screen, something like this. Now that is a nice setup. I'm curious, is the carpet furry or is that snow? No, that carpet's furry. Now, for most people look at this and go, wow, this is beautiful. It's so close to nature. And me, thinking at the end of the day, all that glass is going to be gorilla-proof glass. Every single bit of it, reinforced titanium rails, the whole 9 yards, and definitely like that, some kind of security unit out there somewhere, drones or something. That's how my ring functions. Safety first, people. Safety first. Yeah, that area would definitely be patrolled by drones. I would definitely have a hive somewhere sitting on that roof or the side of the house so they can actually come back in and come back out and report. It's still beautiful. It's very beautiful. Look at all these beautiful white levels, people. Freaking love it. Contrast demonstrations. Ultra black. She didn't even hear half of that. Let's try it again. Contrast demonstrations. Ultra black. This is the reason why I would never trust this technology. Like controlling the entire house.
From YouTube.
You know how insane that would be? Shoot. No, we ain't doing that. That's a whole freaking movie right there. That's really a whole movie of commercials.
Just as satisfying as hassle-free nicotine. The endless possibility. See that? You're supposed to be able to read that. Gray screen. Come on. You gotta stop selling that mess. Your product is so outdated. It's not even funny how outdated that stuff is. And yeah, y'all get on YouTube. I'm not just talking about, they don't have their business anymore. They're done. I know people who still sell this stuff. Your screens don't read. Your gray screens don't function. And the worst ones I see, the biggest liars of them all, is that ambient light projection gray screen. That is the worst thing I've ever seen. How do you call your screen being ambient light projection if you got to turn out the lights because the colors and stuff don't stay intact? You do know the whole purpose of ambient light projection technology, right? And so your screen can operate in fully lit environments and still maintain its color and contrast capabilities without basically, dissolving. That's the whole purpose of it. Not turn the lights out if you have to turn the lights out to get your screen to work, you don't have ambient light projection technology, which is something else I want to challenge in court also to a company. Your screens don't work. And yet you keep advising the customer to spend more and more money on high-end projectors. It's like watching a dog chase his tail. You bring out a new projector, you know darn well that thing's not going to work correctly. You buy more expensive projectors, and it's the same crap over and over again. Poor contrast, no color, dark environment. Poor color, no contrast, dark environment. Every single machine I've watched. And if you don't believe me, go back and check out the demonstration on an Optima GT 55, 56, and the P1 and P2, and you will realize that every single one of them sit in the exact same environment, but the projectors have different specifications. Nothing's changed. We're the only ones who have the technology that can read like this. And we could do it on a $50 projector, not even using any form of HDMI port to enhance resolution, no 4K, no 1080p, 720p. And my projector screens look far more advanced than you guys at the end of the day. Heck, you guys are so threatened by our products, not saying all of them, certain ones were so threatened by our products that they committed crimes. You know how bad that's got to be? When you're that desperate that your product is failing that hard that you have to commit a crime, it's pretty bad. And as for the rest of them, they choose to ignore us and stay away from us. But if you keep saying that word contrast, I'm going to personally take your company to court, and I'm going to challenge you in a courtroom on what contrast level you actually do pick up. Because you don't pick up black. No gray screen has that capability. And because you keep making this lie up over and over again, the consumer thinks that if they spend enough money for a projector, they can fix it. And that's a lie too, because they don't have to spend all that money. Now, for those who don't believe me, hey, go check out one of these high-end companies. Say, hey, look, I got a Epson Powerlight S6. That's a very low entry level one. And say that I want to use this in a fully lit environment. I want beautiful, perfect color. I want this thing like it's 4K. I want the whole 9 yards. And I guarantee they tell you, no, you can't do that. You know, if you really want that high, you're going to have to actually buy 4K. Why would you even have a projector like that? It's going to be much higher contrast. It's going to tell on themselves. See that? Look how outstanding that looks. Yeah. This is why our products are more superior than everybody else's, because again, we give the customers exactly what they need. If you look at my demonstrations, my customers versus everybody else. Like even my church promo demonstration, and you know how old that promo demonstration is, and it still shatters other people's demonstrations today. All right, I got to do a couple of promo demonstrations. I definitely want to do probably 2 of them, because every time I do more than 2, I got to upload those other sites, and it's a lot of freaking work. Anything new in there?
Fabrice, when you host your
I'm not doing 20.
Coach presents.
I'm not doing 20. I'm not doing 20. Really? Seriously?
I was born with wings, but psoriasis swooped in to
I'll
clip
take this
them.
one.
Now with
Let's see some. Let's do anything else in here. We got good videos in here. No, let's see that one already. I've never done that one already. Been there. That's a good one. These are all good videos. Very good videos. I'm pretty sure. Excuse me. There are people copying the same videos we just did, but you're in the dark. I know you are. Saying we got the same thing. Yeah, you keep on seeing that one too, and I'll drag you in court for that one too. So if I can catch anybody making that statement too, that you're claiming to have the same technology, we'll take you to court and request all tests. Just like our product is done, you'll have to show the same thing. If you don't, you're going to get sued. See, the problem you don't understand is that when you speak something out of your mouth, when you say something and it's on social media, this is where things start to get serious. Because now you're not just broadcasting to just, hey, Frank in a room. You're broadcasting to people all around you, all over the world. You're making that statement. So when you make a statement that way, this is where we have to bring in court and challenge you. That's why. That's why I say be careful about what you say on camera out of your mouth, especially on these things. Now, if you made that statement to somebody, like in a room or in your home, whatever, that's just between you and that person, maybe a few people in there. That's it. But the minute you go on one of these machines to make that statement, we can get you in court. Because we can show that you went out and made a statement for masses, for a lot of people to hear it on the statement. If you made a claim that you have my product, you're doing the same thing, we're going to challenge you and request your test. I mean, you have to show exact same testing our machine is, our product's doing. If you can't, you're in trouble. Or even we'll entertain you too on top of that. We'll give you like a month. Just for entertainment, for a month to be to complete all testing. And if you fail it, you're in a lot of trouble. So be careful what you say out of your mouth. That's why when you see me do demonstrations, you will see me go in and pull videos up and this, that, and the other. I pull all this stuff up. I back up everything I say because you have to be careful about that. Wow, look at this. This is pretty cool. First time doing this one. I'm going to have this one here. That is a heck of an intro, isn't it? Gain Media. That is a heck of an intro. Jeez. These guys are coming to Deep Voice the Earth 2027. Satellite crashes into Earth, containing biohazard nuclear waste from the third world. Something crazy, I mean, alien species or something they found on another planet, but they couldn't bring it to Earth. They decided to basically keep them on a satellite for the time being. And the satellite, for some reason, shuts down, has a power grid shut down, and just crashes into Earth. That's freaking cool. That's a perfect intro for that, which has a deep voice for it. People down there celebrating on Earth, like, yay! Little do they know the destruction that comes before them. It's always a hunter in the woods that finds it. Always. Hunter or camper. One of them actually find it. Something clicking in the background. I'm like, what the heck is that noise? And next thing you know, they disappear and you hear screaming in the background. That'd be crazy. Oh, what do we have here? VR? Oh, you do these. I do these all the time.
Enjoy
These are
and
fun.
thank you for watching.
I did spacewalk. It's crazy. It feels so real. Very few I don't throw up on.
Enjoy and thank you for watching.
Oh, can we spin
Please
it around?
like and subscribe.
Yeah, we can spin it around. Let's
This
check
is
out
a
what we
VR
got in outer
presentation.
space. VR presentation.
This is a comfortable level VR experience.
Yeah, because you'd be in there like,
Sit back and relax. Now dimming the lights.
We're good. This is exactly what it's like in VR. If you've never been in VR before, this is exactly what it's like. Now, depending on how good your glasses are, you don't have a border. There's no border there. Field of view. But if you can see the border, some people just concentrate and look in the middle, you don't see the border there. But the field of view is pretty good. You don't really see the border all that much. And it really feels like you're in outer space and you're walking around. It really does. Oh, there we go, we're back. We're being with a group of people out here. Nope, nope, no, can't do it, can't do it. Which one got motion sickness? Are the stars blinking in this? It helps if the stars are blinking. Oh. Oh, wait, we're still on Earth. Yeah, I think we're still on Earth, yeah. No, we're in outer space. So what's that? That's the screen? Oh yeah, that's the screen showing the launch. Oh, that's pretty cool. We're about to go up, people. Man, when you do this with a bunch of people in VR, this is hilarious because you're actually sitting in the seats. You're not seeing this. You're actually in the seats when it goes up.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Much better when you're wearing a sensor vest. The sensor vest lets you feel anything. When it depressurizes it, it tightens up on your chest. Not good for me, but yeah, it tightens up a little bit. And the stress vibrates when it takes off. Oh man, I'm gonna go back in today. I miss it. I haven't been in the last 5 days. People look at it and say, oh, it's just a rocket. Do you understand how incredible that is? Man has now has the ability to leave the planet. You know how incredible that is? He built a ship to be able to fly into outer space. Yeah, people for centuries have been staring at the stars and wondering what's up there, and we now have the power to go there. That's what makes it so incredible. That is absolutely amazing. For the first time, you can see the world from the opposite side. And now we have cameras up there. VR cameras all up there. You can see everything up. It's incredible. The space station, toward the space station, it's safer because you're not up there, but still, it's incredible. And some of that technology in real time. Some of those cameras are in real time. It's incredible.
Dragon, Chief Engineer on Dragon to Ground.
Chief
Bob
engineer.
Duck, on behalf of the entire launch team, thanks for flying with Falcon 9 today. We hope you enjoyed the ride and wish you a great mission. Thanks, Paula. Congratulations to you and the F-9 team for the first human ride for Falcon 9. And it was incredible. Appreciate all the hard work and thanks for the great ride to space. Copy all. Good luck. Proud of you guys and the rest of the team.
The interesting thing I said about the technology back then, we didn't have cameras up there. None of that. So only what we saw was through the astronaut eyes. Now, there's cameras, there's VR cameras up there. Some of it, like I said, are in real time. It's incredible. You go to the space station. This is absolutely beautiful. Now, when you wear the VRs allow you to be to touch stuff. You can grab on the stuff and push through with your body and everything because it's a full body sensor. As you make it over to the spacewalk, over to the stations that you can actually unlock the door and walk in. It's just like basically you can walk right through the whole. It's crazy how they did it. Yeah, impressive. Definitely impressive. That's why I feel so real. When we do underwater exploring, yeah, I hear my heart going do, 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 do. It feels realistic. It really does. That's why you get people screaming, take them helmets off, and start screaming. Yeah, it's real. It feels realistic. Even though it's been in VR, I think that's the thing of what I liked about the whole Quest system. Not that whole other issue with it, but the fact that it gave people the ability to be able to witness VR and see what it's like without spending a lot of money. VR is very expensive. It is. It's very expensive. But because of Facebook or Zuckerberg, he made it possible that a person can go into VR for $200 to $300, which is very cheap because this is talking about a couple $1,000s. The graphic cards alone to run those machines for those glasses are expensive. You can easily spend $5,000, easy. And he gave everybody the ability to be able to experience that. So yeah, that was great. That's fantastic. Had the ball in that particular era.
Welcome to the Trans Metaverse.
All right, let me get my videos. And if you haven't played that drunken bar fight, oh my goodness, you missed out. That's the most hilarious game. You will spend more time laughing at that game than actually playing. That game is actually funny as I know what, and they do attack you. It is hilarious. You get a bunch of your friends in there and be throwing bar stools back and forth. All right, pretty much. We've had some fun here, people. Checking out our, wait, what is this one? This is 3 years ago? Checking out our amazing product. And
Wait, switch.
yeah, no. Didn't we do that 1,000 times? Like that freaking Freaky Friday?
No matter where you live across the
Get my fish on here.
Incoming dishes.
Oh, wait.
Stop power wash flies.
Skyworth food demonstration.
One of these people
Did you hear
uses
it?
the Colgate Total Active Prevention System.
No,
It's 15
Forrester
times
reading.
more effective at
She's
fighting
not
the
even in the
root cause of
ballpark right
many
now.
oral health problems.
She is not even here right now. Skyworth food demonstration. Can you imagine you sitting there, your house is basically voice activated, like open door please? Okay. Skyworth food demonstration. Your neighbors are all watching out the window. There's Frank out there in that talking house again. She must not be listening to him. Alexis, Skyworth food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Told you. These things have they have their attitudes. I don't know what that attitude is about, but they do have them. You have to mention their names. You can't just say so and so and so. Like don't say anything about mention my name. How dare you? Now I said it twice. And she replied, you see it popped up, the indicator for when I said her name. She wants that respect, you want to say her name, put respect on her name, respect. Now, we like to show this demonstration off because it shows off our amazing white levels and colors capability. On top of that, these are all natural colors.
Now, as getting back to the product, our amazing technology here. It is a one-coat application. Yes, you can paint it on just about anything you possibly think of. We do have an 8,000 specification sheet that tells you everything you need to know about the product. There are tons of video demonstrations on it. You see the white level demonstrations are absolutely freaking amazing. It pulls out incredible color levels. White and gray screens don't come anywhere near close to its technology. Operates in 40 environments, does not require expensive projectors. You can get a 100% infinity contrast level, even if your projector is 2001. Operate in eco mode, which high limit projectors are not required. It is also sure it's compatible, fully weatherproof for projector mapping applications. Can be used for swing applications, floor applications, just anything you want to use in the day. This stuff is absolutely incredible. Heck, you can even turn your table into a projection screen if you want to. Did I miss anything? I put down the one-coat application. Look at that, right? No calibrating, no forced dark environments, none of that nonsense, right? There we go. And for those who are my customers, oh, and we have overseas shipping. Overseas shipping, we have it at 32 ounces, which paints the screen size up to 150 inches, 16.9, and 24 that paints up to a screen size of 120 inches. We know we did the paint down test demonstrations to make sure that they carry over. For our overseas customers, we have free shipping, no surcharge fee in any way whatsoever, and we have express shipping for you. So you're good to go. We do have a list of the countries, unfortunately, that we can't ship to. They're actually posted onto the site today, and shipping policies are all updated today also too, on top of the policies. All shipping in the United States is free, as always. What? All right, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for which one for the promos. Let me see. That's big. Probably just do two of them. Most likely, probably just one. I don't know. LG OLED demonstrations 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's where we want to go at. I've never done that on these. Want something different? Stack. How about this one?
Wait time is
Taxi.
30? Really? Isn't that a movie?
Meet Ella McKay. Her job is a dream,
Would you like to hear about my favorite community health program?
God, no.
but her family
I didn't know somebody so serious about saying no to something. Oh God, no.
Welcome to OLED Premium.
She must talk a lot about politics.
Make sure
She
to
has to.
subscribe
He said, look at
and
it. Oh,
notifications for more stunning
oh my
immersive
goodness.
content.
I'm gonna have to watch
Stay
that.
tuned for more breathtaking videos exclusively on OLED Premium.
Oh, this is perfect. It shows the white levels and color all at the same time. We like to advertise those highlight colors. Like I said before, when you're looking at screens of like black paint and fabrics and all that stuff, any one of the screens can pull contrast. It's the white levels that are very important. That's why you have to show the black on black test. This shows that your product reads at high white level, which is a big must for black technology. And as for gray technology, it's black. You have to be able to read. It's the other way around. But the problem is in your demonstrations, you don't show this. You turn the lights out to show it. This is perfect. It has everything we need in it. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration, and thank you for your time. Of course, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because one for Him. Oops, pause you. I paused. There we go. The one for Him, none of this would ever be possible. And as I said before, consumers, stop getting ripped off. Seriously, stop dealing with this dumb nonsense of people telling you about forced dark environments. Just stop it. Don't deal with freaking people telling you have to have a 4K or 1080p projector. That's crap. That's not true. And also, too, on top of that, that calibrating nonsense. No, that's crap. You don't have to calibrate a projector at all, period. Anyone who sits there and says you have to, hey, I'll have a conversation with you. I'm on forum sites all the time. I'm on forum sites all the time with people who specialize in calibration, and we go in there and crush their videos. I can go anywhere on a forum site, and we come out victorious. You know why? OLED TVs are screens for 100% black.
Gray screens, you don't read jack next to us whatsoever. White screens, come on, please. I can paint the letter K in the middle of your screen. All the other stuff pops up. Outdoor screens, we dominate outdoor screens. You see the screens we developed for outside? On top of that, ambient rejection technology, I pushed a 150-inch screen through a window. On top of that, we have technology that can read out in sunlight, so we dominate all that, no problem. Gaming technology, our screens have the most advanced gaming technology because we read actually black, which is needed in gaming applications. Everybody knows that with OLED TVs. Keep in mind, we conquered the OLED too on top of that. Because again, if you're going to say you got TV worthy, you have to operate like a TV, not the other way around, like TV operate like projector. Projector mapping, yes, you had to have black to run that in the day, and not too many black screens can actually read projector mapping applications. DJ screens, we've seen a lot of those. Y'all don't deal with acoustics. We deal with acoustics. A lot of acoustic curve projection screens. No, you don't do curve projection screens. Invisible technology, you don't know enough about it to tell you honestly. Now, other screens I've seen out there who do and have done better invisible than these other people claim to have it. They do have it, but the only problem is that they have problems with them. You don't read in direct sunlight. We do. We would dominate that section. So pretty much, yeah, we dominate just about everything. Just about everything. Anyway, with that being said, so for you want the best and you don't have to spend a lot of money, and I said before, when you have people out there saying that they can get you the best picture quality, but their projector costs $3,500 and up, yeah, they can't save money. How are they going to save you money? So I'm enjoying my $50 projector right here. Got a $16 one upstairs too on top of that. All right, thank you for your time. I have to go and God bless. Let me see. I want to do